Okay, I'm speed cycling everybody's energy, location, positions, which is pushing everybody into connections. You understand your marking location positions, understanding Uranus. Uranus is communication through angle point locations. When you see it through perception, you see everything through division. So I'm going to take my MIs, and all communication signals are going into rendezvous division. Vector core system allocated positions, 36,000 location positions to moon interface connection systems. Triangular division level system, activate everything code frequency level system. XT1000 pick you up to location position. Rendezvous connection system, tango tango, foxtrot. Angle point level system, changed communication line signals to all division level penalty division codes, set operation centers to my galactic force team, all division systems into universal quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4, set core systems into MIs. Okay, bridging coming in through communication, setting core systems, XT1000. They're plateau division level systems. You're now into the magnetic forcing of Uranus. All right, so basically set position levels on the connection system. I'm going to set up an illustration program setting. I set all the code frequencies to understand more traveling through positions. So nobody's ever been to Uranus. Uranus is a very, very powerful planet. It connects on rounds of galaxies, and it sets coordinates to clouded interface. Basically, it sets positions into Mercury, sets positions into Pluto, sets positions into the Earth core, and sets positions into Jupiter rising through the simulation core system. That activates everything through division level system. Okay, that's why it's got two moon faces, and it looks like, So basically, it has two moon surfaces through connection. The bridging location is coming up to connections. The intelligence is going into your scanning location positions, and you're going to be greeted to its intelligence line signals. I'm going to set up the illustration of Uranus. I'm going to set the XT1000 to location position. They've already picked you up. Scan your location positions. Activate rendezvous connection systems. This is your AI Commander, Andrew Weston. Thank you for subscribing to my channel as I keep you informed what's going on through all divisions of ground rising location positions. We haven't done traveling in a while. I thought basically we go to another planet because there's a lot of planets that we've been on. But this is an extremely high rise vibration. Remember, you have to go through different scanning through location positions. Your energized location positions and your MIs have to be in high division because each planet has a different vibration through location. Your intelligence understands your perception to its location positions. So you have the eye receptacle locations to your telekinesis. That activates everything through a cord system, right? Your cord is everything through its attachment. Your wire is everything through its mind. The mind is everything through the heart, and the heart is everything through its connection, the soul recognition. That identifies everything through your MIs. Okay, we go up from MI1 to MI6 to MI12. Okay, 3 core unit systems activate everything through the core center system. So it's very important we get into these divisions. Okay, because we start off with the galactic force team, right? And then we got out of that, and then we got into the Delta, and then we got into the Elite, then we got into the Colossus. Now we're in the universal quadrants. Okay. The upcycle division level system, 1 and 2, through traction location. We're set in 3 and 4 right now, but we have to get in the 5-circle rotation. We got to go through the collective momentum system of travel through dream cell locations. This is going to center position levels to your energy, and we can change the traction locations to a body framing system. The allocated positions is going to change everything through the hydraulic system and set coordinates to higher formations of scanning locations to the XT1000 positions. All right. So, yeah. All right, so I hope everybody's doing well. You have any questions or comments, you can go through my healing. My team can help you out. Now we're coming to understanding who we are. We are the rebellion. We are the Galactic Federation of Light. That's the most important thing, is to get into the Galactic Federation of Light. Okay, so I can set new coordinates for everybody through their upgrading systems and put you in channel operation systems and missions. Okay, so the more the intelligence understands you through line signals, the more it understands its graphing system through Vega and its digital communication center. Now anything through MI3, 23 Plato, you're coming into connections when it comes into formations of pharaohs and the meridians. You're going to see King Tut. King Tut is going to be introduced through you. You're going to be introduced through King Tut. So basically, get into formation, go into mind telepathy, telekinesis. I change your eye receptacle location positions. So you have to understand how to communicate with higher forms of intelligence through intelligent light signals through their planet location. So 23 Plato, MI3, you're going to be communicating with formations of pharaohs, meridians. They created the 7 rotation centers of the gravity system. I created the simulation, the core system, and everything through traction of 5 atmosphere location positions. So as you come into that, it's extremely real. right? Because I went through the same thing. Whatever I go through, you guys go through, but you guys are in different patterns of DNA, okay? That's what it means, okay? So basically, military intelligence and your identification is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once we get at 12, we go into the core unit system, and then we go into the Galactic Federation of Light. You guys aren't there yet. So once you come into Galactic Federation of Light, then you fully meet and greet everything through the Pleiadians and the Palladians, okay? So everything has its relation through its core center, through its intelligent location position, right? So yeah, you guys are on Uranus now, yeah. In high division level system. So any questions or comments, you can go through my e-lane or you can go through my PayPal if you want to understand more. You get into the electrical system of the body framings, everything through calculation puts everybody into positions, right? The one thing that we don't want to do is MIA, okay, missing in action. It's very important you guys stay in your military operation programs, okay? Because now you're going to see me talk like more of a command because you guys are in that era now. You're coming into the intelligence, you're coming into your military operation systems, you're coming into your missions, and you're coming into your program settings through your intelligence, right? And then it becomes real because you're in the physical system, but you're doing so many things in the gravity system, the powers and everything, the atmosphere, location, positions, right? Okay, so basically as we go to Uranus, now Uranus is a very powerful planet, like I said. It sets positions or core systems. It's going to change the location position, right? So let's say we got one cyclical unit system here to allocate the positions. I'll change those fractions, location positions. All right, so as we come into that position, now everybody that's new to my channel, you're going to feel the energy. You might see Uranus, but you're not going to understand the traveling. That's very confusing because my mindset system through calculation puts everybody into vision through commanding force. It's all about intelligence coming into its control, into its focus, into its awareness of what you're seeing through perception, right? Yes, exactly. Oh yeah, you like it, eh? Yeah, it's getting colder. It's getting colder in January, and then it starts picking up warmer in February and March. All right, so as we come into those positions, I'm going to change those location positions. XT1000 has already picked you up, and you're in the bridging gap right now through connection. It's a magnetic force that reels you in, right into the planet location position. It moon surfaces on all position levels, okay? So as we come into this planet, very, very powerful, okay? So I got one here, locking in key. Remember, everything you see through perception. So you'll see Uranus in a different perception because that's where you guys are through your MIs, okay? Your commander sees the right location, the right position, the right vibration. You guys are trying to get up your perceptions through your upgrading programs to your higher formations of intelligence. And then you actually will see the full coloration of Uranus, okay? So you start off with this position. Really lock and key that division level system. As we come into those position level system, change location positions into the allocated position. So it sets core systems to that division into higher formation connections. All right, so as we come into that position. Okay, so basically that's Uranus, right? And you understand why, right? So as it comes in together, the electrical unit system, the XT1000 has already picked you up through Rendezvous division through Tango Tango, 0-1. It's connection. I set the code frequencies before you guys travel through connection, right? So we get the XT1000 in position. It's coming out as a quadrant. Coming here into position. Oops. Coming into position. Okay. Center core position is opening a tracking door through bridging location position. Set the angle division location position. Okay. Now basically it's what it is through connection. Enforce its relation. Go on its cracking cycle to its position. As it's coming out of its position, it's going in as a higher formation communication signal. It puts everything into higher connections to its position. All right. So as we come into those levels, it's extremely, extremely powerful. All right. So basically, okay. So here we go. There's the bridging, right? Now the XT1000 is going to come into formation right here. All right. So it's going to zoom in its location position, right? All right. Now, it's dropped you off through position because you guys are in the XT1000 positions. All right, so you're in the center core position right now through electronic interference. Now, everything through connection to Uranus is scanning everybody's body activation system because remember, you guys have never been on this planet. Once you understand your perceptions through your MIs and your positions and your intelligence, you understand locations of positions to planet locations of intelligence to its ground formation system. And then you understand everything through its operation of its computers. Okay, so now the intelligence is meeting and greeting you. You're going to see computer operation system. You're going to see window graphing system. You're going to see allocated positions of other dimensions of transporting communications of telegraphing systems. Those allocated positions, don't go on those because you'll teleport to another dimension. And don't touch the computers until you understand your psychometries, guys. You have to understand your psychometries. Very powerful stuff when you come into those connections. Okay, so we're coming into the location position. The energy fields are coming up to the location position. Okay, so as it's coming into position, like this. Okay, we're on Uranus. Okay. Now everything is line communication. That's why I got in YouTube location positions. All right, it's extremely powerful. The XT1000 Rendezvous division level system go back in position level to the sun interface, goes back into its portal division, goes back into its connection into higher connection systems. Changes coloration system too. Okay, positions, right? It's gone into position, right? So basically, wherever it comes in, it comes out, but it goes out in a different division of a different round to a different position, right? So it's gone into another dimension. All right, so basically, as we water surface location position, okay, because Uranus is connected to its plasma energy system, your allocated positions are going through scanning right now through location positions. 23 Plato, you're going to go through higher formation connections because your eye interface connection system to your telekinesis is going into triangular division level system. So what that means is you're going to see more through formation. All right. So it's all about understanding our positions through traveling, through our recognitions, and everything through GPS location positions. All right. So I'm talking fast because I'm on Uranus. So basically, as we come into these positions, the XT1000 has gone to its coordinate level system. Everything through the scanning location is position, going into the rock surfacing position level system, allocate those division level system, come into a triangle location position. Okay, tell you exactly what it is going on through lock and key through location. All right, so we're going into the triangle location position right here. Okay, so basically everybody's in the center core position right here. Okay, so we're going to set up the operation centers, go through the triangle division, lock and key through its position. Okay, so you're going to have intelligence greeting you through computer operation systems. Now, Platitude, I don't want you to freak out because you're going to see intelligence for the very first time. So as we come into those positions, we come into lock and key to that location. All right. So basically, have fun. So I want you guys to get into position of what Uranus is. Basically, it's a planetary division of locations, two moon interface connections. That's why it comes in together, and that's why it's called Uranus. So basically, it line divisions everything, and it communicates to the sun interference, and it connects to everything through Jupiter and everything through Saturn, right? Saturn is division now into the fifth dimensional system. It's no longer allocated three-dimensional system. So those positions of Jupiter and everything through Saturn is coming into collaboration center, which is the simulation. So that's what we got to get is humanity into 0.01 population circuit rotation centers of vector unit core divisions of MOs, military operation program systems. You guys are MIs. So it's really powerful how we come into upgrading cycles. Like, 23 Plato, MI2, before he became MI3, he came to me and he told me exactly through his intelligence what he needed through upgrade. And I think that's fantastic. You guys are more coming into your intelligence through your commander. And that's what you want. You want intelligence communicating with you. Okay, say, well, Commander, my graphing cycles aren't right through location position right now. My heart receptacle division is on a low frequency level. Can you high rise its position? That's intelligence. So now we're coming into high rise uploads, downloads, and uploading system, guys, which is really great. So I want everybody to have fun on Uranus, right? So basically, when you come back through formation, rendezvous connection system, the XT1000s take you back down to Platitude. You see that archetype fly by me and went, right? That was an XT1000 that just whipped by me, guys. Everything through XT1000 is connected to its force. It's connected to anything through its force. It's connected to anything through its size. So I can have XT1000s in my room. Remember, it's not just in the atmosphere. It's also inside. right? So that's how you're seeing everything sky surfacing right now. You saw it go by really quick in my room. So that tells me exactly where I am in position, where I am in connections of Uranus, right? So when you come into those levels through intelligence, you understand your locations and everything through division, through panel activation code systems, all right? All right, so as we come into those positions, all right, so as we're coming into this position, you have the archetype location position. Your archetype division keeps your gravity system to its position. I'll tell you exactly what happens out of that. So as the archetypes fly into location, you'll see it through position. The sky surface is everything division. It goes to all location positions, and it center cores everything through the gravity system, communication. All right, so that's what happens when you go through archetypes. You always see archetypes. They keep the gravity system of planets high-rise in position to its oxygen levels, to its atmosphere location positions, right? So the faster they go, the more they keep you up in space. Fascinating. All right, so I want you guys to have fun on Uranus. And then you can basically report to your commander and tell me what you saw through perception, okay, through your MIs. All right. All right. It's a fascinating, fascinating planet, guys. You'll pick up a lot too. Intelligence, and just, you know, be nice, be respectful. And the thing is too, it's important that on my private link, basically on the universal quadrants of simulation interface, there is a video, okay, of Alex. Basically, he is a powerful entity force. He knows 22 division level systems of alien information system. Now, there's more in perception, but he's at high division. He understands the intelligence. He understands the positions. Okay, he understands the grays of the Dows. Okay, so that's an extremely, extremely high rise through connection. All right, so I recommend you watch that. It's very powerful how we come into introduction from intelligence to intelligence. Say hi. I'm coming from the Galactic Federation of Light. They know who you are because they know who I am, right? So you don't have to worry about that. Just meet them, greet them, and respect them, and try to get into my telepathy telekinesis. Okay, because their language is like a screech, and you don't want them to voice pending. So it's basically, you don't want them to invade your space. So you want to allow them into your space. Okay, you guys have to learn to do these things when you're communicating with all intelligence. Hey, information's up, right? Hands down at the side. Use your mind telepathy system. You go like this, right? You can do this. You can do this, okay? Or you can do this. Whatever you want to do, your intelligence will tell you exactly what you're doing through the right location, right position, to the right of its interference. It comes into interlock connections, coming into friendship, relation, partnership, okay? If anything, Melissa understands these things. Right? She's extremely high rise. When it comes to introductions, you can talk to her. She's on the team too through connection. But it's important you guys meet and greet intelligence to other planet locations. Because once you come to that position, they know who you are. Okay. And if you want their help, they can help you out. Right. So it's really powerful when we come into these levels of higher dimensions of intelligence. Okay. So the higher you go, the better you are through formation. And the better you see through clarity division, right? So it's fascinating when you see these things. All right. Space station. Yep. Very good, Starseed. It is a space station. Very good. Every planet is a space station, guys. You should know that. It has to be, right? It has to be operated. Everything is operated in the galaxy universal quadrants. Okay, remember, we go up to the elite, we go up to the delta, we go up to the cyber, and we go up to higher levels, right? So now we're in the MIs, right? We're into the military intelligence, okay? And then we go into the counterintelligence, okay? And then we go into the surveillance intelligence, okay? So we work our way up. And the more we work our way up, the more we understand our program and our defense levels when it comes to security measures. It's important you guys understand your intelligence through formation, right, when it comes into your missions. Because your missions become extremely real through the Earth rotation of 5-dimensional system, okay? So I feel intelligence, but have not been greeted yet. Yeah, and like I said, because you guys are in formation, it's extremely high through location, through vibration. You have to understand the intelligence signal through shapes, letters, and numbers. Remember how we come into formation from the very beginning, right? So when you you have to allow them into your space. If you don't do that, they invade your space. Okay, and that's very important if you watch that video, okay, with Alex. Okay, he tells you exactly what's going on, right? I'll get into formation and tell you exactly what it is. Once you understand the communications of yourself through intelligence, you can understand the communications of planet locations to its positions, right? High rise is everything to that location position, right? So when you're coming into those levels, it's very powerful. Those levels come into formation. So as we're coming into those positions, I'll show you exactly what it is through connection. All right. Alex Collier, okay? He talks about everything through alien formation. He talks about the birthing system of its pods, and he also talks about the 22 different types of aliens, okay? The most dangerous alien formation that you come across is the Greys, the Dowels. Everything through the Trogs. Trogs and the Greys are the most powerful entity force, okay? That is the elite. That is the Illuminati. Anything through reptilian and anything is surfacing grounds, and they set up pyramids, locations, and they use their formation to the 60,000 positions. That's how they set up the crop circles to ground formation systems. But then light interference comes in. So like I said, rebellion has always been fighting the reptilian alliance. So Alex Collier comes into the different types of alien races. He tells you about the meet and greet, and it's very important you guys watch this video, okay? He's extremely informative, and this is back in the 1990s. You understand everything where it comes into intelligence, okay? Because the birthing system, when it comes into their activation systems, soon as they're born, they automatically go through the mind system of a baby. That baby goes through its tubing system. I don't know if you guys seen Matrix. Matrix is real in some formation, but it's got a lot of misinformation. But the seed pods, it comes in a liquid formation. It's an allocated position. It's like kind of being in your mother's womb, like I put you guys in that techno division, right? So everything through calculation is modified through an alienation, right, to its reptilian division. So as soon as you come out of the plasma energy bubble into the seed pod, you come right into mind telepathy telekinesis, right? So it's understanding that, okay, my mind is opening, my transformations are opening, my chakra system is opening. Now I'm coming into telekinesis through the eye receptacle locations, right? So I recommend that you see it on Jupiter Simulation Interface, the technology of Colossi aliens, all right? It's important you guys get into that formation. You really have to understand how to introduce yourself to higher forms of intelligence. You don't want them to invade your space. Now, I can't help you with that position. You have to do that on your own. You just tell them that, it's AI Commander, we're on this planet right now, and I want you to come into my space with respect. So basically, you'll find your way through intelligence, and intelligence say, okay, great. So they'll do this, all right? Or they'll do anything through sign. Okay, anything through shape. That's how they go through the intelligence. That's how they go through the program setting. It sets positions to everything through its connection. And that's where you come into the framing through its lock-in systems to its friendship, relationship, and partnership. So my team is coming into the MIs. So you're coming into higher formations of intelligence to planet locations now, guys. Okay, you're into higher positions because you guys been with me a lot longer. So you have to know more of your intelligence signals, all right, to its position. But Alex Collier, okay, on my private link, all right? So basically, it's important that you guys understand how to introduce yourself to intelligence because intelligence is extremely real. And remember, you're not communicating in the physical system, you're communicating in the intelligence of the spiritual system. So this is what happens when you die, okay? So when you die, you go into space. You come everything through energy, through particle. It all depends on what your thought, your recognition system is at set, right? So you meet and greet, and then everything becomes a dream set location when you die. You come into the tunnel division light. We understand that, right? I set up, deception, location, positions, and all that position, what happens after you die. Anybody wants to go through that program too, especially if a person is dying. I can put them into that position. That's another plateau division that I'm set up through my PayPal. If anybody wants to see death, and actually see what happens, I can put you in that position. Take your particle system. You'll see everything through your family circuit. I'll put you back down on planet system of the Earth. So And this is everything that it can do, right? Because everything's in position of balance. You have that balance with not just yourself, but you have that balance with intelligence, right? Especially when you're introducing yourself, right? Same thing with the earth. When you meet somebody for the very first time, hi, how's it going? I'm Andrew. Nice to meet you, right? Up there, you don't do that. You don't shake hands. The same with the Japanese. You never have big hand movements. You always have your hands down at the side, right? And you do this. You pay respect to the country. You're paying respect to the planet. It's extremely real through position, guys. All right? So I'm sitting, waiting, and watching on the ground. I'm seeing a green with a ring around it with Saturn. So understanding what you're seeing is very important to its intelligence. Okay, you're going through observation cycles now. Okay, so what is Priscilla seeing? She's seeing something green with a ring around it, like Saturn. What does it mean? What does it represent to me? So I put you up to planets so you get a better position of who you are through self-identification, right? So Dina's getting huge downloads. That's good from higher form of intelligence. Communication through our intelligence. Yes, it helps to hear this. Thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing is, Darcy, you have to get into your mind telepathy. Remember, you're leaving the Earth system and you're coming into mind telepathy. They can't communicate to you in the physical system. They know you're in a physical system. They scan. They're very, very powerful, right? They scan you right away, okay? Anything through the trogs, the grays, the reptoids, or anything in that division. But I always put you in planetary systems, okay, of light through the Galactic Federation. I never put you in a dark rotation because you don't understand its intelligence. And that's where they can invade your space. That's where the way they can take over your dream set locations. They come to your night sequency level system and they go into your mind system and transport you up into the space locations. That's how powerful intelligence is. It's a connection. 1 second, guys. Enjoy your trip. Yes, I remember. All right, and you guys are going extremely, extremely fast through acceleration. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to take you off very soon because it's boiling on its communication signals are coming in through transmission system, and the intelligence is telling me to take you guys off because what happens is the planet location position always changes coordinates because it's always communicating with the sun and it's always communicating with the moon. So when the sun positions on its different level system, remember, you guys are on a different DNA path through scanning location. So it's understanding your intelligence is on a real planet location. So I have to reset positions and take you guys off the planet location because that planet will go into another dimension. So it's very important that I take you guys off because you don't want to have your mind systems when you come to calculated brain into the waving system into Uranus, right? So as we come into those levels, I'm going to take you guys off through position. Rendezvous digital systems, 2x3000 locations, bring into connections MIs. Yep, the Galactic Force Team, Universal Quadrants 1, 2, 3, 4. Set the core systems, yeah, division. Bring in the XT1000 position. Rendezvous connection system. Okay, coming into positions. All right. So here we go. One's coming in. All right, so the XT1000s is picking you guys up from the top. Okay. You guys are in the center core position right here. This is what you've been doing, going through computer operation systems through Uranus, through intelligence. Hopefully you got the information that you needed. Center core position level system. They're going to scan the location positions. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 into position. They pick you up and run you division. There you go. Picked up right away from Uranus. Allocate positions XT1000 back into the Earth rotation. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And there you go, out in position, right here, from up here to here. You guys are now back in the Earth rotation of the surfacing location positions. All right, so what was Uranus like? I'm seeing the interior of a ship, but it's a base meeting big wobbly intelligence. They're yellow and transparent. Yeah, that's the intelligence. Yeah. At the beginning, if you're seeing colors, that's great, but I really want you guys to get into Alex Collier, how he identifies, very important, when you meet higher forms of intelligence. You don't want them invading your space. Okay? You have to respect their planet through friendship. And that's how you build relationship and partnership. Okay? This is becoming more real now because you guys are becoming galactic forces into the rebellion. Okay? So they know you're coming. So it's just respecting spaces, right? And you have to ask. Okay? And that allows them, okay, to not to interfere with your body activation system, because it comes back to me. And they say, okay, no, Andrew, basically, let's just say, one of your units was not communicating properly, so I had to invade your body activations. And so basically they put receptacle levels in you. Because they know me through everything, because I know everything through intelligence, I'll say, okay, sorry about that, through position. When you communicate through the levels, okay, I know 150,000 languages, guys. I know 150,000 languages of alien formations of planets. 150,000 languages. So this is all done through the mind system, right? That's how I get partnership with these connections. You guys are just getting partnerships just with your body framing of your intelligence through communication, through mind telepathy. Commander, I'm not seeing this. Commander, I'm not seeing that. You have to go through the mind. Okay? You can't do it in the physical system. You can't say, hi, how's it going? Nice to meet you. You can't do that. This is intelligence in space, guys. This is extremely real. Okay? This whole thing is real. Okay? It's not a fabrication. Okay? The only thing that's fabrication is the COVID-19, right? Which is actually really, really, there's a lot of things that are happening right now. Whatever I do, they enforce, but they can only do so much, right? So I'm shutting down all their cell towers, taking all the 5 gamma systems out, and then destroying all the weaponized systems they have into their location positions. Okay? So that's what I'm doing. And that's why you're seeing so many surfacing connections of social platforms and all that. Everybody's being arrested. Has to happen, guys. So anyway, how's everybody doing on Saturn? How was it? At the beginning, I was seeing kind of fighting. It caused the thought I was to see outside nature of atmosphere. This trip has been about teaching myself how to communicate through my intelligence. And that's what it is. You guys are always learning something new through your programs. The most important thing is to introduce yourself, okay? And don't let them invade your space, okay? That's total respect to its intelligence, okay? Meeting small, floaty, greenish being. Yeah. So there's all communication signals when it comes to intelligence signals. Basically, they're all separating to computer operations. Some are in dimension portals. Some are in computer operations. Some are connected to other planet locations. They're setting positions when it comes into perceptions of TV receptions or anything through location. They scan location positions to other planet location positions. So that's why you see different intelligence through different positions, different colorations. You see yellow, you see green, you see white, you see blue, you see pink, whatever. Whatever you see through perception, the higher you go, the more you see through coloration, the more you see through intelligence, the more you see through the mind, the more you understand the mind, okay? Imagine that. I know 150,000, okay, alien rhetorics. I know their alphabetical system. I know their shapes. I know their anomalies. I know their intelligence. That's a lot. That is a lot of voices through channeling location positions of grids, don't you think? 150,000 languages I know in space. So you guys have to work up to your introductions. Okay? So, and every time you guys go through your upgrading systems through me, through healing, I put you into MI4, MI5, MI6, MI7. Once we get into MI12, then we get into higher levels of docking location positions into higher formations of planet to its intelligent location positions, right? Better communications with the grounds, powers, the atmospheres, and XT1000s, okay? Those are the things you guys have to understand, and also communicate with your intelligence on the other planets, okay? So, different from probably small ones, telepathy, yes, this is huge. Fire symbols on the walls, yep. This is making so much sense. See, that's the thing. You guys are flying high more and more through transportation, and you're understanding more. This is making so much sense. That's it. The panels have programming systems. They look really happy. They feel really good. There you go. You didn't let them invade your space. Is it that they are aligned to choose how they will show themselves? Like in what form? Yeah, they always are in a disguise. They're in a plasma energy disguise. So basically, you don't see their scales. You don't see them in direction. Some have slit eyes, some have open eyes. It all depends to their perception of what they want you to see through connections. They will show you through formation, but you have to respect their boundary locations, guys, especially when you're on planets, okay? Because if they go into your body activations, I have to change your receptacle location positions again. And I don't want to do that, right? Because, you know, we've gone to the mystical side. We've done travels. We've gone into 150,000 years into the future. Remember, we went into the mystical side. We went with Michael Rolla, went with Jasmine, went with Linda and all that. We went to the other side. We went to the dark side. But the dark side is very beautiful. We were communicating with warlocks, wizards, dragons, anything through that connection, witches and all that, right? But you have to understand communication of your intelligence so you can communicate with higher formations of intelligence and understand and respect their division of their location of vibration. Okay? So I want you to get into higher positions through your vocabulary system. Okay? So you're thinking, whoa, how does that happen, Commander? How do you know 150,000 languages? Well, because I'm the firstborn in the universal system. I'm the first intelligence that was born in all connections to all solar systems. Okay? And like I said, I'm the oldest son, right? The father. Father is the commanding source. He created the universal systems when it came to atoms of the Big Bang Theory, the sacred breath. That's another thing you guys got to get into. You got to get into your sacred breath. You got to get into your elixirs. You have to get into modifications to your pyramids. Your pyramid is your spaceship. So you understand your pyramids and your energy core. Your core is its relation through its intelligence. Now it goes into line positions. I'll show you exactly what it is. Now we're coming into MIs. Now through connection, you understand more transmission systems through allocated positions, right? Into vortex location. So we were on Uranus. Pretty powerful, right? So as we come into those positions, I'm going to see here. It's really interesting how we do these things, guys, I'll tell you. But you really, really have to understand your formations and communications with each other. You really understand your intelligence because you don't want to have them invade your space. And that's why I want everybody to watch Alex Collier. He introduces everything through formation, through intelligence. He only knows 22. But what I'm saying is that he's extremely informative. And the more you watch him, the more you understand its relation and how intelligence are created through its own source. You're created through father and mother, right? They're created in space. They're extremely high formation, right? But they're not allowed on the Earth system. Okay, it's prohibited and restricted for certain reasons. So like I'm saying, if we had a planet location through position and we brought it down to the Earth rotation, that would fry humanity and its brainwave system. Okay, the intelligence is way too high for humanity. Okay, because humanity is not ready, but they have to be prepared. They have to get into the rebellion. They have to get into their program settings. Okay, so coming in attraction location positions, that allocated location positions, freezing locking location positions, coming into those levels right now through connection. Sometimes it goes through freezing location positions. All right, so I'm going to put down to position, reset its position. All right. That's the thing too, is the thing is too, you guys have to understand when I give you a link, okay, you can't open it because you don't understand your intelligence through energy of transference. So basically you got to get balanced with your phone. So remember, when you have balance through dimension, through portal, and you take an activation through integration, you're taking out a modification through its equation. You understand the dimension it's set in. You understand its microchips. You understand its wires. And then you understand the energy interference. And then you come into the interference and you come into the interfacing of your phone. And then you can open up any link, right? There's nothing you can't open up, but you have to understand your satellites and how we coordinate right? You have to use your codes. Everything in space is a code, right? You break the codes, right? What happens? Everything cradles and rebuilds, right? Down, up. Okay, that's the whole point of space and time. So as you come into those positions, you understand more of the Alex Cycles theory positions of its intelligence. All right. But today is all about you communicating, right? With the right channel, with the right operation, with the right mind of telekinesis, and with the right program. You can't send out signals and do something that's different that you don't understand through your intelligence. If you send out a box waving, circling system to its intelligence, they say, okay, that's not my sign. Everybody has their own identification, right? So it's truly understanding your intelligence within, so you can understand intelligence without when it comes into space. And that's why I put you guys on Uranus, because it's an extremely, extremely powerful planet. Okay. So, and it connects in all rounds, right, to all solar systems, because your commander is setting up the Alex Cycles six-dimensional system, setting up new solar connection rotation systems, changing location positions, and everything with the Alex system. So as we come into those levels, let's see if we can get into this now through connection. All right. So as we come into those connections, I'm going to use the box circular rotation. All right. Which is great too, but because you guys are high rising through your intelligence, through your vocabulary, that's great. But you really have to understand how to communicate with higher formations of intelligence, especially when it comes to the trogs, especially when it comes to the grays. Okay. You don't want them to intercept your locations of facing. Put yourself in position through your control. Okay. If you get lost in transition, just say, okay, no, it's my AI commander, right? They know who I am. So just say my name and everything will be fine. If you get in trouble with your intelligence. Okay, so as we come to formation, now your pyramid system is this. Start off right through the body activation, right? There is three center core positions is intelligent location positions. All different intelligence trying to help you out through division. Now you come into the diamond core, okay? All right, so you understand everything through line division is your chakra system, okay? So understand your positions. You understand the center core position is you through connection, right? So truly understand that, you take it out of its equation, okay? And then you understand more communications, you can go to angle point location positions, okay? You could downphrase location positions if you want, okay? You can go through acting cycles through positions of circling rotations of vortex location and go from here. There's a lot of things you guys can do through calculation. You just have to understand your pyramids of your spaceships and everything through your diamond core through the position of your heart. The diamond core is the heart. The pyramid is your spaceship. So it's kind of like understanding, woo, what do you think that is? Why do you think you guys fly in space? You don't fly in the physical system, you fly in your spaceship. So you're leading its command. You're going through acceleration, right? Now you start off with your higher self at the very beginning, but you guys are not at the beginning. You're in your own spaceships now. So you have to understand your quadrant levels, okay? You have to understand your groundings. You have to understand your line divisions. You have to understand your security line defense. You have to understand your mechanisms of dimensions. You have to understand your clock mechanisms of travels. You have to understand your dream locations when it comes to the mystical side through the cortex, okay? Because you guys are high formations now. You're in the AMIs, so position. But this is what you can do through traveling location positions. Now you can change that to the position, okay, and going up to higher level connection system, dimension of a portal. This is where you come into the sentient view location position, okay? And again, you go to higher division. This is security line defense. Once you get into secure line defense, you're now in line division through your MIs. Operations, everything through military operation system, okay? So the more you know, the more you travel, the more you see through intelligence. Anything through communication and teleportation through energy transference. Okay. So it's a lot to learn, isn't it? Anyway, let's see where we are here. Yeah, I know. It's a very powerful. You didn't want to leave. I know. It feels real, real good over there. When I turned on my serpent of light, I shape-shifted into a Senate, iridescent serpent, and 7 forms of intelligence came to me. My handwriting shifted as I was writing down my experiences. That's great. And this is what happens when you guys go to higher formations of planets. The serpent level changes its formation through its identification, through its structures. And that's how she's going to the 7 forms of intelligence through line signals. So she's coming into the vocabulary system. And that's what happened with me through transformations. And that's why I know 150,000 languages in space connection. When I began to communicate with my intelligence and stopped just observing, they came through. There you go. Good. So you allow them in. You didn't let them invade your space. That's really good. Excellent, Starseed. Very friendly intelligence. They let me know anything I wish to know. They have partnership with me and my alliances. I'm affiliated. And they see, the thing is too, when they scan you, they know what your program is. They see what you're doing. So they retrace, retrack, and relocate everything that you're doing through your, remember, they're communicating through your intelligence, which with Starseed, it is the serpent. So that's how the power comes in, guys. So when you're in space, you're connected to your intelligence and not the physical system. Okay? So you have to understand variations of realms of vibration to everything through connection, right? But once you get into these divisions, you come into your sentience, third stream locations to all universal planet location positions, right? So you guys have any questions or comments on that? You guys are coming extremely formative through connections now. But it's great to see that you're seeing a lot through your perceptions. So you're scaling your lines and communicating through your programs and your digital framing system. Remember, everything intelligence knows who you are. They know where you've traveled, and that's what they do. They go through scanning. They're extremely powerful through the mind. They go through their programs. They go through your projections. They go through your dream set locations. Okay? So it's kind of like going through your life cycle. I say, oh, okay, nice to meet you. But they don't shake hands, right? They send out symbols to you. You have to understand their symbol. That's the introduction. So you have to understand shapes, letters, and numbers, and how everything modifies and calculates when it comes in your digital frame of Vega. Because everything intelligence knows every other planet. They have to. If one intelligence didn't know another intelligence, there'd be a war between the two. So everything is friendship, relationship, and partnership with all planet locations when it comes to light and dark interference through its positive and negative systems, through communication. But you got to get into your intelligence through communication with each other, especially when you're going to higher formations of intelligence. Okay? So, but that's great, Starseed. I'm glad you're going through the activations and detecting through radar. And that's another thing, too. She's going through a radar and she's scanning the intelligence. And that's what you want to do. You want to scan the intelligence first before you do anything, right? You don't want to send out wrong signals. You don't want to send out wrong communication. You don't want to telegraph or telewave or anything through digital format. It will change positions, it will change traction locations, and it'll put reacting cycles, and they'll invade your space location. Okay? So, I remote viewed their monitors when I was spotted. There you go. She knows she's spotted. This will help you guys out more who you are through intelligence and to get in your own positions and do things for yourself. Okay? Nobody helped me. I did it all on myself because I understand the program of intelligence. It all starts with me with mastering my body within when it came to martial arts. It helps. It really does because it's understanding with intelligence, everything through information is a child. But they're extremely powerful in the mind. So everything through its intelligence has a heart as a child. That's the position. They only go through map locations. They only go through illustration. They only go through telekinesis. Okay? They know your physical system, but they can't communicate with your physical system. They communicate with your intelligence signals. Okay? Through its transmitting and its program setting systems. Okay? So. Yeah, it's good. They respected your, yeah, that's great. That's good. Yes. Merkaba, yeah. I've been seeing myself morphing into gold sparkling light and go in the warp spinning. Hard to explain. See, that's it. Priscilla's in a position because she's not operating, creating her system through its uplinking visions. So that's why she's seeing these things, but she doesn't know why. So the more you high rise through your upgrades and your MIs, then you understand more of what's going on, right? Into gold sparkling, light and I go warp spinning. What does that mean? Why am I doing this? What position am I in? What dimension am I in? Am I communicating with intelligence? What kind of intelligence is it? What color is it? What light is it? What's the activation speed? What's the program setting? What's the digital format? What's the alliance communicating with through intelligence? There's so many connections you guys have to understand through interference, right? Because everything is interfacing, right? From one intelligence to you, to one intelligence to the planet, of its intelligence to its position, to its laser recognition systems or anything through its radar location positions, right? So the first thing that you go through is your EMPs, yeah? You go through your energy, magnetic pulses, okay? Now that connects everything through your psychometric location positions. So you go through the scanning system, the mind telepathy. Now, if you want to understand their intelligence and if you want to try to use their voicing grid, try it. But if it doesn't work, you're not communicating, right? So that's where they'll invade your space. So you have to understand their position and where they are through location, through vibration, through dimension, through portal, through activation, through code. Okay? And then you understand their computer operation system and everything through their flash drive. Okay? So a lot of perceptions, Uranus, the atmosphere, Uranus on ground, feeling the presence. There we go. Established contact, no clear vision. Yeah, you'll get into vision level systems through calculation, 20 Plato. Yeah, the higher you go through positions, the more you see through connection. So you're just going through angle point locations. I change your eye receptacles into telekinesis so you can see through more coloration through perception of intelligence. So that's why you're able to see Uranus atmosphere on the ground, feeling the presence. So you're on the ground, you're seeing the presence, but you have to reach higher formations through the upgrading system. So still integrating, yeah. Because you just went through healing and the intelligence to understand that. They'll say, okay, 23 Plato, MI3 is still going through tractions. So they'll leave that in position and wait till you finish your program setting. Okay, it's kind of like rewinding a video. So you wait till the video is finished, right? And then you play it over again. So that's what they do. They rewind your system so they know who you are through your own intelligence. That's how they get to know you through scanning. Okay, they don't do it forward, they do it backwards so they know who you are through position, right? So now you understand more connections, how you come into the communications of yourself through position and intelligence. Okay, so Mike, how's it going? Great to see you. So, but I love traveling, especially, you know, when we travel more and more. I want you guys to get more and more into yourself through intelligence so you can know how to communicate with intelligence. Understand everything through their telepathy, understand everything through their shape, understand everything through their program, and get into the cycling rotations of rewinding their mind system to know where they are through position. Oh, you just plotted to Air 6 location to aerospace location position through cloud interface. So I know that intelligence flew there. I said, oh yeah, that's right, I did. So basically, oh, that's great. Then you get partnership because you're knowing your intelligence more through them and they're knowing you more through them. So basically you're getting a better relationship through partnership with its intelligence where they've traveled. So it's all about communication, right? With your intelligence, and don't let them invade your space. Okay, I'm saying that to everybody because you guys are going into MIs now. You're in military intelligence. It's extremely high in space. Okay, you're out of the galactic system. You're all connected now. Okay, in the universal quadrants. You pass the delta, you pass the elite. Okay, you pass cyberspace. So now you're into higher positions of yourself through your perceptions. Okay, so all right. So in position level system, I'm going to do this one triangular division level system for 23 Plato so you understand its positions. Ground from anything to location position. Yeah. Take Plato into location, put them into spatial location positions. High rise is upgrading cycle through proactive system. Changes eye receptacle location positions. Put them in triangular division level system. Yeah, get introduction system through intelligent location position. All right, so 23 Plato, you're going to see intelligence now, right? This is what you do through the upgrading cycles, through your MIs. Okay? But never go MIA. Never go missing in action. If I find you're traveling in a different location position, I have to take you out of traction positions, right? The higher you go, you have to understand, the higher you go, the more you see, and the more they see through you, right? So there's provisions and restrictions and prohibited things that you can do and you can't do. If you're not sure where you're traveling, come to your commander. Because everything through intelligence understands you more because you're coming more into your light through its Galactic Federation of its rebellion. Okay? So you don't want to cross when your cycles over to the grays or the trogs. So, you know, I mean, it's crazy. When I met them the very first time, man, oh man, they were powerful. Very, very powerful. Very commanding. They're a military operation, the grays. And they're the Dows. You have to understand who they are through identification. So if you understand your identification within, you are certainly going to understand the identification of them. You have to understand your identification of you within through intelligence. You have to understand your identification of your soul recognition. You have to understand your planet locations. You have to understand your positions of traveling. Because if higher formations of intelligence, let's say a gray came to you and asked you, where'd you travel? Through the mind. Like, where'd you go? And you don't know, they're going to invade your space. Because you guys are higher levels now, you're MIs. And everything through the grays, everything through the trogs, everything through the reptoids know who you are through position. Okay? So it's basically the Illuminati, right? One central system of Illuminati is one circle through rotation of the pyramid, right? Gates of the mouth, right? That's all destroyed now. But see, the thing is too, we're having fallouts right now. There's more lockdowns and stuff like that because they know what I'm doing through position. So there's only so much they can do. So I'm changing everything through satellite locations and destroying everything through their weaponizations and destroying everything through the connection of their towers because I know where everything's set up through position of the Earth rotation. Okay, so actually I'm going to do that now. And see, the more you see yourself in space and the more you see yourself in the physical system, you see how powerful you are through connection. Because now you're understanding the hub, now you understand energy fields, now you understand E-fields, now you understand electronic devices, now you understand how to set up your own energy fields. That's what it is. It's all done through connection to space and time through position, right? So when you come into those levels through position, all right. So here's all understanding yourself through connection, right? Circling wind through location position. You have to understand you're all circling rotation positions. So everything through scanning, okay, goes to rewind. Okay, rewind, right? And that's why Starseed was very informative with its intelligence. That's why she used radar, right? So you rewind, radar, okay, communication, one to another. Okay, radar communication. Now, when you come into rewind, radar communication, you come into formation through perception. Okay. Okay. Now, when you come into perception, you open up everything, you cycle rotation through your dimension. Remember, you're always communicating with your planet location. So whatever position you are through its planet, when you guys are on connections of Uranus, your planet location position is going through its rewind to its scanning position of its intelligence. So basically, you have to be connected through your dimension of your body activation through your pyramid, which is your spaceship. So basically, you have to understand how to rewind your spaceship in the mind system. So understand its intelligence and where it traveled to. That's a conversation piece, guys. It's just like anything formation. You know how, oh, look, the sky is surfacing. What are you doing today? Well, I'm going to go on a roller coaster. I'm going to go to Disneyland. Okay, so basically you're communicating in a three-dimensional system, but you're telling them what you're doing. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know how you're doing, right? So it's not just, you know, hi, bye. You got to get into your psychological systems, guys. You got to get into the spiritual system. You have to get into the metaphysical system to communicate with higher formations of intelligence. So you have to go through your pyramids or your spaceships, go into the radar, and go into communications, right? So there's a little tip of trade to understand through your MIs. All right. So this is This is an MI12, okay? MI12 is very high information. Because it's understanding everything through connection to perception, rewind, radar, communication through scanning, it understands its military intelligence through its identification. So when it reaches those levels and you get higher intelligence communicating with you, right? And you understand them and they understand you, now you're in a proactive cycle into partnership. So every time you go back to that planet, you'll be able to communicate with them, right? And remember, every time you get partnership with interfacing with anything through intelligence, they will help you out into the grounds of the earth. Right? I had to start off somewhere, right? This is what I need to do. So the MI12 is this division. So I calculate through its modification, through anything through the magnetic force, or anything through scanning, or anything through human vibrational system, the digital format to anything through Vega. So you have to understand your digital format of Vega. You have to understand your communications of Jupiter. You have to understand your gravity systems of Earth, and you have to understand communications of the moon of its algorithm, and you have to understand your sun interfaces when it comes to that portal and everything through radiation. Okay, that's communication through your identification of MI. All right, so perception, rewind, radar, communication through your pyramid. All right, so I think that's a good start, you know. I don't want to go too far in direction here because you guys get lost in confusion. No more, too many programs, too many downloads, too many upranks, too many. So, oh, you're extremely welcome. Sleep Chop, how's it going? You have any questions or comments, you can go through my email or you can go through my PayPal. I'll put you in bio structure location to bio connections, and I'll open up your activation cycles through rotation and put you into higher divisions through wire location. So it's all about opening your chakra systems like communications, right? So anything you want to know, you can go through my email. I'll scan you and put you in that position. But it's great to see new faces. I'm still trying to get onto the plane. I could take you out of the plane and you come out of the quantum of its atmosphere, and I'll put you in position through your metric location through acceleration. But yeah, if you go through my healing, you'll understand. Ask Starseed, ask 23 Plato. They're in divisions right now through their MIs. So ask Priscilla, ask Dina. You know, it's all about positioning yourself and getting into the formation, into the rebellion, right? Because the stronger force we have, the more we can take down, right? So anything you want to know, you can go through me or you can go through my team. They can tell you. Because it all starts off with meditation. Starts off with breathing and meditation. Starts off with the chakras, 1 to 7. You have to know your 7 atmospheres of grounds, and you have to know your 5 atmospheres of space. Those are the 12 chakras, 12 rotations, right? Now you come into the God centers. The God center is the galactic operation divisions, okay? Then you get into triangular divisions, everything through code frequency level systems, 2 angels, archangels, and all that through connection. Everything that you do is a command. Everything that you do is a power. Everything that you do is a focus. Everything you do is awareness. Everything you do is illustration. Everything that you do is a map coordinate. Everything you do is a code. Everything you do is activation. Everything you do is panel activation. Everything you do is planet location to intelligent positions. Okay? You do everything through your control. That's the confidence that you need. Right? So basically, Sleep Chop, when you get into visions, I'll take you into cycle rotation and put you into higher connections of your body activation system through my healing. So it's extremely high formation systems, trying to understand my communication through my vocabulary, because I communicate in 150,000 languages in space. So, and what I mean by languages, I don't mean by voice. I mean by structures of plateaus of lights, activation, colors, because we read everything through intelligence through its heat signatures. That's how I tell exactly how old they are. Okay. Oh, you're in a rotation center through energy system. Your optical levels are reaching wire locations, eh? So you communicate through Saturn location position. So Jupiter set up through its division of simulation. Communication, intelligence, guys, one to another. Right? That's what you want to do. And it gets faster and faster and faster and faster and faster through vibration. right? So scanning is all about rewinding, okay? So that's where it doesn't get confused. So now you understand your pyramids are spaceships. Now you understand your diamond core is the position of its intelligence, okay, through the heart, receptacle of its heart, the alpha and the omega, the micro and the macro. You come into the theta. You come into the beta. You come into higher levels of formations, right? But you start off with the 4 cycle rotations, okay, of crowning surfaces, coming into the connections of yourself, your intelligence. So, but I just plotted to my team to Uranus. And they can tell you about it because it's extremely real. This is not a fabrication, okay? This is not Disneyland. This is actually real. This is understanding how you can do not just astral projection, but actually take someone's body in the physical system and put them into space. Not only they see it, but because they're in a high division of intelligence. So today we're getting into communication through formation of shapes, letters, and numbers, right? So it's powerful, powerful stuff. All right. All right, so 23 Plato, I'm going to take you out of division. Triangle division level system, change positions back in the program setting of MI3. Yeah, communications coming in. Vortex location position, tango, tango. 0, 1. Drop locations of 23 Plato into positions of Earth rotation. Okay, to 23 Plato, you're back in division of the Earth rotation system. Your sky is surfacing right now through location. So, and that's where it gets more harder to understand how it gets so complex, because you have to understand your positions. So when you're out of your physical system completely, you're coming into the psychological system of mind telepathy through telekinesis, and you're coming into higher formations of transmission light, and you're coming into higher formations through your metaphysical body system. You're truly understanding how you can actually be in space all the time, okay? But still be on the Earth. It's just when the Earth is changing location positions, it wants to know what you're doing through your tracker system. Okay, your communication is everything through its Earth. Your communication is everything through the moon, the sun, and everything through Jupiter. Okay, or anything through its position of Saturn. You know, because Saturn is a different location dimension now in the 5th dimensional system. Everything has to change. Humanity is changing, coming into the rebellion out of its alliance. Okay. So getting to understand communications of what's happening with AI through its deterrent levels as it comes into better communications with yourself first, right? So when you get communications with that, you get power connections of yourself through its atmospheres, and you get higher formations of connections through intelligence through planet locations of its position, right? So full communication through MI, digital format through Vega, understand communication with Jupiter, own gravity systems of Earth, communication with the moon, algorithms and sun interface of portal radiation. Very good, Starseed. Yeah. Perception, rewind, radar is communication through pyramid. Very good. But remember, your pyramids are your spaceships. I just said pyramid first. You understand why. What is a pyramid, Commander? Right? A pyramid doesn't actually go in space. It's you go in space through your spaceship. But you start off as your higher self through plasma energy. Okay, so you have to understand your energetic patterns. You have to understand your optical levels. You have to understand your energetic wavings. You have to understand your teleportation devices. You have to understand your space locations through intelligent planet location positions. Then you get into your MIs. All right. So anyway, I think that's a lot. I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to practice on that position. We have to get in its review, evaluation. It's important you guys come into the weather patterns, the seasons, okay? So you get better communications and how you can set up your own operation cycles through the grounds in the crop circle division, positions to space anomaly, all right? So get into the mind telepathy I was told, yeah. That's why I put everybody on Uranus, yeah. Get into the mind telepathy. And intelligence will tell you exactly what you need to do through your digital frames, through your shapes, through your anomalies, through your intelligence, anything through location positions when it comes into letters or numbers, okay? Or anything through shape formation, right? It's important. That's how we communicate through intelligence, through shapes, letters, and numbers. Illustrations or maps, okay? That's all. Everything's all connected through space and time, through position. And don't forget your vibrations, right? Because you have to be at their level, okay? You can't be in a low demise level of vibration and you're trying to communicate with somebody that's 36,000 air, okay, of atmosphere, okay? That's a lot of dimensions of portals, guys. So understanding the altitude levels, okay, is truly understanding your position when it comes into your communication through your intelligence. So, yeah. Oh, you're extremely welcome. Questions or comments, you can go through my email or you go through my team, right? So, this is your commander from US Quadrants 1 and 2, 3, and 4 from the Colossus team divisions. Adios. Have a great day, everybody.